News concerning Chelsea. There are a few lines coming out of the club. Chief correspondent Kaveh Solokol, as you can see, joins us now. Kaveh, what can you tell us first of all about the exiled, that's the word for him now, isn't it, Raheem Sterling?
I think now there is an expectation that he may not be a Chelsea player next week. If you remember back in 2022, Chelsea signed him from Manchester City for £50 million, and he's still got 18 months left on his contract. But he's been frozen out, he's been training on his own, he doesn't have a future at the club. He was out on loan at Arsenal, a move didn't materialise for him in the summer, but he's still getting paid more than £300,000 a week, and he's got 18 months left on his contract. So Chelsea at the moment are in talks with his representatives, and a solution is expected to be found before Monday. Now, he's made it clear he doesn't want to go out on another loan deal. So what could the solution be? The solution could be that they find a permanent deal for him in the next few days, or are they going to come to some kind of agreement about his contract? Because he's in still a pretty strong position, because I can sit here and say there's an expectation that this will be sorted out by Monday, but he could still sit back and say, I've got a contract until the summer of 2027, I'm not going anywhere. So it is still a sort of fragile situation, but we're being told there's an expectation that it should be sorted out by the time the window closes.
You mentioned over £300,000 a week, 18 months left on his contract. There'll have to be some agreement, wouldn't it? Because Chelsea could lose a lot of money out of this.
Well, I don't have a calculator with me, but £300,000 a week over 18 months, that is tens and tens of millions of pounds. If Chelsea were to come to some kind of agreement where they would pay him less than that, it may make financial and sporting sense for him, because he next week would be a free agent, and then he would be able to sign for another club and get more wages from his new club if that's what he decides to do. Now, I'm not saying that is what's going to happen, but that is one potential solution to this problem, because Chelsea have made it clear you're not going to play for us again, and you've got to say that he needs to be playing again. You don't want a player as good as Raheem Sterling training on his own and not playing for such a long period of time.
Yes, there could be movement of Raheem Sterling out of Chelsea. What about incoming? Jeremy Jacquet is someone we've been talking about in the last couple of weeks. Highly rated central defender. Chelsea do want him. What, is there a development today?
Yeah, the new development is that the player himself wants to move to Chelsea. And I think this is really significant, because it's reported that lots of other clubs, some of the biggest clubs in European football, have been watching him, are interested in signing him, have contacted Rennes to tell them that they want to sign him. But Rennes really don't want to sell him this month.